You know, something I'm missing in my game at the moment and giving the secrets out to everyone, but I'm sure everyone knows this. No, I can't say that. I cannot say that. That's...
You like my oxygen, make it seem like the barging down. Got my heart no barging in, from the bed to the floor to the couch. Might wake the neighbors up, break you in then break you out. In the end we gon' make a child, then we gon' hit the shower. Part 2 we don't need no pause. Here with Misty, we gon' get tipsy, don't need a power shot.
Copy my steel, face the fact that ain't no cap, I'm real. No cap, I'm real.
Oh my God. Oh, that is the one. Mo Talks, take 1. Hey guys, my name's Harry Brown. I've got the best mustache in the game and I am a professional pickleball player. When I first played the pickleball, I mean, I thought like this is kind of amazing. At that point, I was playing with guys that were like much lower level than me, even when I was a beginner. So I was kind of like, oh, I'm the man. And then, yeah, unfortunately, you get hit with the reality when you play with guys that are much better. They start cooking you and body bagging you and all that, and you're not the man anymore. So you have to kind of adapt and learn how to play properly, which is what I've been doing for the last couple months. Yeah, a typical day in the life for myself would be a wake up around 7:30, 8 a.m. I love immediately going down to the beach, just, you know, connecting a bit with nature that way.
So my apartment is just 40, 50 steps that way. Typically I grab a coffee from the coffee shop just here and just jump into the water. Like, this is beautiful.
Copy my steel, face the fact that ain't no cap, I'm real. No cap, I'm real. Plastic bars from a copy my steel. Copy my steel, face the fact that ain't no cap, I'm real. No cap, I'm real. Plastic bars from a copy my steel. Copy my steel.
Then get to the pickleball. So I like getting to usually the KDV and do a drilling session or a game.
We're here with the lovely 𝐙𝐫𝐵𝐺, my mixed doubles partner for APC. Today we're just going to be a bit light. It's been raining a bit this morning, so we're just going to do up and down dinking. We'll go back to the baseline, do some drops, and then we'll play some straight up games to 11 where you just feed and anything goes. So it just kind of tests your hands. So we'll do a lot of that today, kind of minimal movement and yeah, work our hands a bit more.
Get us every day.
Copy my steel, face the fact that ain't no cap, I'm real. No cap, I'm real. Plastic bars from...
Typically, like in these sessions, you want to practice like every point's like a match situation. So you don't want to like mess around on a bunch of points here and there. You try and like stay locked in every point. So for me, what I try and do is always like keep the ball out in front. It's like such a simple thing, but it comes into play in the matches. Like you have to make sure you catch out in front. If you catch it behind you, you're gonna lose the point more times than not. So what I try and do is always just keep it out in front, every single point, every single shot.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
So leading up to APC in a few weeks' time, well, we got to get it back on court a bit more. So we'll do a bit more drilling. And then when we get closer to the tournament, we'll probably do a bit more like match play with other people in the area. So Sarah and I versus whoever is around. So that's probably the best way that we can prepare.
Yeah, I love playing with new partners, so I'm excited to have the new partnership with Harry. He's like a really explosive, athletic player. Got a lot of length, a lot of power, loves his drives, so we'll definitely be using that to our advantage, I would say.
So we're gonna differ a little bit. She is gonna be like a big setter-upper, very consistent player. We'll be able to dig out the opponent's like strong shots, and she'll set me up to do the strong shots of my own. So she's renowned for that, like this. Like she just doesn't miss much. So we'll, I think we'll have some good chemistry on court, and we'll see how it goes. Can you miss now? There we go. There we go. So that's a prime example. You need to do like 3 or 4 more shots with Sarah, so I'm excited. I think our game styles will complement each other pretty well. So yeah, super excited to get out there and just see like how a new partnership does. I mean, overall, really solid teams. I mean, anyone can really take it on any given day. But out of those, probably Joey and Katie kind of up there. I mean, Louis and Crystal are up there as well. Andy and Katie Morris are up there.
yeah, some really tough teams stacking up.
Yeah, so Joey and Katie are another team in the competition. So yeah, obviously you got to get through all your first matches. You want to give respect to all opponents. So hopefully we can see them in the final, or if they're on our side of the draw, we'll play them before that. So yeah, we'll give it our best.
We're taking him down.
So Sarah's the outfit queen, so she'll be wearing like the vibrant colors, and I'll just be matching her outfits with the color of my hat. I think you'll do.
Oh yeah, I've heard about his hat collection, so we're gonna make it work for sure.
Yeah.
Then come back home to the pad, cook up some breakfast, get stuck into some work for a couple hours. So for brekkie, typically we'll do a bit of toast, eggs, bacon, bit of cheese, bit of sauce on that. So standard Aussie breakfast here. So I've lived here for just over a year now. Moved in here when I got back to Australia last June. But this is my mum's place. So she's had this apartment for about 7 or 8 years. And this is just her investment property. So lucky enough to get some sun's rates. Before moving back to Australia, I was in the US for about 10 years. Moved over there when I was 14 and just got back when I was 24. So had a good 10-year stint over there. That's the question I get asked a lot. I think I overall like it back here in Australia better. Just culturally, just the people, a bit like nicer, a bit more chill vibes. But I do miss my friends quite a lot. Yeah, so the accent thing comes up a lot. A lot of people tell me it's like a hybrid. It's like a half between American, half between Australian. Hopefully it's coming like back to nearly full Australian, but when you live over in America for like 10 years, you kind of lose it, right? So yeah, I've definitely lost my Australian twang, but it's 50-50 for now. We're almost done, boys. Almost done. So New York pickleball scene, there's courts everywhere, indoors, outdoors, but the main ones is the outdoor ones in Central Park. I think there's about 15 or 16, and yeah, that's during the summer. During the winter, it turns into an ice skating rink. So super cool. I think they call it Wollman Rink. So super cool area. I'm sure we've all seen the recent numbers with how Pickleball Australia is growing. It's one of the fastest growing sports in Australia. So Pickleball Australia has done a really good job in getting the awareness out there for pros and for amateurs and for just everyone. The whole community can play. So tournaments are getting much bigger. I mean, APC, just look at the numbers and people competing. So yeah, only positive things to say there. Last year, I got to the finals of the singles, I think round 16 or quarterfinals of the doubles. So the goal is always to do a bit better every year, show constant improvement. So I think this year, hoping to win the singles and yeah, just do a bit better in the doubles, continue improving my game and yeah, just continue enjoying it, which I'm sure they're going to put on a really good event. All right, final product, almost done. And that's the Brekkie of Champions. Tennis became the #1 priority when I was about 12 or 13 years old. I'd been on a bunch of team sports. I played soccer, basketball, I did a lot of swimming, I did AFL, but ultimately it became between tennis and basketball. And yeah, at the time I just loved tennis much more. And just the fact you can just do it on your own, play against the wall, just need one other person. That's kind of what drove me to play tennis. Time in Michigan, I'd already been in the States for about 3 years before that. I went to high school from grade 10 to 12, got a scholarship to Michigan, and the initial thought was, this is amazing. I'm in college, it's pretty independent, have a bunch of teammates I can play with. Yeah, school was great. And then I got to the first winter, and in Michigan, it's on the border of Canada, and it was like sub-0 degrees Celsius, and I was just freezing. So coming from Australia, that was the biggest change, weather-wise. It was tough. But yeah, I mean, the Michigan experience doesn't compare to anything else in my life. Made friends forever, great coaches. The program set me up for everything I've basically got in my life. So yeah, really grateful for them. Transition to pickleball for myself. First time I picked up a paddle would be 2021, 2022. I was at my grad school, and there's 8 courts down the road. So my team and I would go on like Sundays and we just hit the ball around, you know, continental grip, just, you know, very basic stuff, but I loved it. And then I kind of didn't do much for the next 2 years. And then when I got back to Australia in June 2024, I saw a bunch of tournaments like Gold Coast Grand Slam, APC even, and I just entered them and I absolutely fell in love with pickleball. Slowly turned down the tennis side of things and ramped up the pickleball, and now I've touched a tennis racket 2 times this year. And it's been 8 months, so I've just fell in love with pickleball.
There's only you within my lens and I'm watching fate.
She just hit me with the blue veins, now she gon' ice cold, ice cold. She just hit me with the blue veins, now she gon'.
Here's all the medals. I haven't counted them, don't know how many there are. This one is NPL Melbourne, just a couple months ago in July, freezing down there, but took home the gold in the singles. Beat Louis Laville in the final after losing to him in the pools actually earlier that morning. So that was a fulfilling one. Got a good couple wins along the way against Joey and Zach in the quarters and the semis. So feel really good about those.
10-3 match and championship point for Harry Brown, serving to Louis Laville in the gold medal match men's singles NPL Champs Melbourne. And of course, it is fitting to finish with an amazing forehand winner. 2 sets, 11-5, 11-3. Congratulations to Harry Brown, your gold medalist for NPL Championships Melbourne.
This one, another NPL one. This is the team competition. So this one was from season 4 when I was a captain of the Outback. Yeah, it was a privilege to be a captain and had a great team, really gritty team. And yeah, we came out on top. And yeah, this one we worked really hard for.
Finds himself in a gold medal point for $50,000. They've done it. The Outbacks are your champions. Malagoneus has played an absolute thriller to take down Ben Porphyry 11-6, and they find themselves $50,000 more profitable this weekend.
This one's a cool one. This was at the UPA Australian Pickleball Open in January of this year, and yeah, it was at the indoor facility at the convention center, and yeah, really cool event. A lot of Americans came over, like 𝐷𝐸𝐿𝐸, 𝗙cie 𝐹𝐹𝐺. You know what? My first pickleball medal would probably be this one here. Sunshine Coast Open, Queensland Pickleball Tour. I think it was last September or October. Was the singles winner and the doubles winner. So I won the singles. I beat my old teammate at the Outback actually, Nick Mao. Beat him in the singles final, and we teamed up for doubles for our first time, and we won that doubles final. So this is I think is my second or third medal in pickleball. APC from last year, brilliantly run event. There I played doubles with Dan Fogelkulich, kind of the beginning of our partnership as well there. I think we made the quarters, came like tied 8th or 9th or something. And then in the singles on the last day, had a really good run. I think I took out Wesley Vine, Mitch Hargreaves, Andy Horridge. And then in the final, played against Tom Evans. Didn't actually know much about anyone in pickleball really, and Tom kind of just was blowing everyone off the court. Somehow got the first set against him. Either way, it was a good match, competitive, and kind of like the entry point into my singles career for pickleball, and gave me a lot of confidence in doubles as well. So this medal means quite a lot, and I'm super excited to be competing again this year. Yeah, so APC 2024 would be considered my breakout tournament. I hadn't really had any results up until then. Like I played a few tournaments here and there. I just started in the NPL. I knew I had a lot of potential. I did believe in myself, but nothing to stand on with the result-wise. And I remember that day of singles, like at the beginning of the day, a couple people had come up to me and were like, "Oh, are you going to be a giant killer today? Are you going to be like a wild card?" I was like, "Oh, you never know, maybe." And then yeah, every single match I played, I think I won all of them in straight sets. Yeah, didn't lose a game up until the final. So yeah, I think every player needs to have their breakout tournament, and where you get the belief in yourself. And that was definitely, APC 2024 was the one for me. So this is the 2024 APC men's singles final. Me versus Tom.
Harrison Brown has done well to chip away and now takes a 1-point lead.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's sick.
Oh, my there
goodness.
it is.
Just long enough,
That
like just reached the ball. Lucky to get that one.
My goodness,
I think I clipped this on my Instagram, so this was a good one.
10-8.
Really proved me right for this game one.
Oh, that's sick.
Game one secured. And Brown.
That's sick. I love that shot. Sliding out to the forehand, cross-court angle. Low percentage, but it works. When it works, it's good.
My goodness, he did that with ease.
Watch for him to come straight into the kitchen after hitting this one.
Oh, yeah. Whoa. Oh, thank God. I was thinking I might miss that one. Sometimes I do. Yeah, not fast enough.
Thought he was considering a dive there. Tom Evans, the current ranked #1 singles player in the Australian rankings, looking to secure a victory once more, and he has done it.
I did take a dive there.
The gold medal has been secured, and once more.
No, it was a good match. I mean, I came out of the gates really well, and then yeah, he just found his form like he usually does. Like he's a great player, and I mean, one of my first tournaments, so I couldn't be more proud of myself getting to a final of a singles and playing a guy of this caliber and beating guys of the same caliber, like getting to the final. So yeah, I had a few good highlights in here, which I'll take forever. But yeah, he got the bickies in the end. Yeah, I feel like Sarah takes up all the wardrobe space in that household. Shannon doesn't get much.
So this here is my clothes, my wardrobe, everything I have. This one, and this one are Sarah's.
Okay, that's it. That's all the hats. Favorites? Probably this one right here. This is probably the top one. Went to school at the University of Michigan, where you see the big M here and a couple of them. These were my playing hats. So I have those in my playing, and then this is where I went to grad school, William and Mary. These were my playing hats there. So I played a lot of tennis matches in these. Two of my teammates at University of Michigan were from here. So when I wear this, I remember them. Texas Card House, nice little area in, I think it's in Houston. I was in a layover here once at Houston, coming back from America for like 12 hours. Just went to the local card house, poker room. Asked a couple of the boys, Nick Mao, Dan 𝐸𝐸. They'll tell you how to play poker. And yeah, I spent a couple of hours there and actually won back enough for my flight. So free flight, thanks Texas Card House. I've got my 6-0 regular playing cap. You'll often see this on me in tournaments. Usually like to wear it backwards, so I always do the backwards cap. And then final hat, the NPL Teddy Bear Picnic. Yeah, this one's cool. I actually just realized this was on it. Let's go, BB. Had no idea, but yeah, nice NPL hat here. Yeah, something people would probably be surprised to know about me is I work as a full-time mortgage broker. Harry Brown Mortgage Brokering. How's it going? No. That's too relaxed. Nah. Harry Brown Mortgage Brokering. What can I do you for? Very professional. Damn it. We're going to start again. This is Harry Brown with Harry Brown Mortgage Brokering. I do home loans, 95% residential loans and 5% commercial loans for people. So if anyone needs a loan, you know where to go, hit me up. It's good. I've been in finance throughout my undergrad. I did economics with a minor in finance, and then grad school, I moved to an MBA. And then right after grad school, I worked in New York for a year at 2 different firms, one doing credit research, one doing equity research. So pretty much for a majority of the last 10 years, I've been doing something in finance. And when I came back to Australia, mortgage broking seemed like the best option for me, coming off the backbone of what I did in New York and studying. So yeah, that's an interesting thing. Probably not many people know. Maybe you think I play pickleball all day. I wish I did. And eventually maybe I will. But for now, I like helping people achieve a dream, you know, like a home ownership dream. It's an amazing thing.
I'm Harrison's dad, Ken.
Where does he get the really great hair from?
Well, obviously not from me. But it didn't look too bad in my earlier years. So I don't wish that on him. Pickleball I just thought it was just a bit of a hobby thing there at one stage, and that was probably about 2 years ago now. It's sort of just been one of those things that just sort of drifted in, and it's like, oh, you know, I'm playing pickleball this weekend. Oh, okay, what's that? Oh, well, it's the same as tennis. Oh, great, okay. How would I describe him? Oh, I think he's competitive, definitely. Pretty methodical. He thinks about how he's going to play the game. He thinks about who the opponent is. He's played him before. You know, how did that go? You know, whatever it is. So
I love putting like the most least expectation on myself, because that's kind of how you get like the best results. I find, like, if you just think of a match 1 point at a time, and you don't mind who's on the other end of the net. Like, you could be playing against, I mean, just the worst player ever, or you could be playing against the best player in Australia. Like, you don't want to put any pressure or expectation on yourself, and that's how I've always kind of been in every sport I've played. Because when you do, the wheels just fall off. You just, you know, you get in your head, there's too much pressure. So I try to take it 1 point at a time. All right, here's my pickleball bag. We'll start with these two paddles. These are the new opals. 6-0 just came out with these recently. So those are fresh off the market, nice paddles. We got this one. This is one of the older rubies, so the original ruby version, 14mm. I like that for singles. And then this is the older school, the one I used last year. It's a Gen 1 or Gen 2, but I won NPL Season 2 with this one. So this is the newer ruby, the Ruby Pro. And then we got one more ruby, I think. Yeah, one more ruby, just a lot heavier, a lot more weight on that one. Towel, champion towel, I've had this for a while, but it just keeps you in a routine between points. So anytime I'm feeling like a bit stressed or a bit nervous, just go to the towel and use it. Couple grips. This is the last grip, I guess. I've been using the pink grip a lot lately. So I've got one left of these. Oh, got a little NPL satchel. Thanks, Ron and Dave. I didn't know I had that. So I guess I need these, like, in case I sweat through some shirts. These are all 6-0. Sunscreen. Actually, APC from last year. Still got that in the bag. I guess I don't use enough sunscreen. And then a lot of balls. There we go. So that's the main storage compartments of the bag. Oh, like a lot of spalms, like the arm sleeves, so more sun protection, but I use 6-0 ones. These are my sunnies. I love practicing in them. I've done it a lot recently, just for eye protection. Just doesn't really make a difference to me. It just feels cool. We've got the lead tape, so you'll see on the corner of all of these paddles. But yeah, I use 3 centimeters on each corner of the paddle, and it just weights up a little bit more. So when you're hitting, it just gives you a bit more power, maybe a bit less control, but I prefer a bit more power. And that is officially everything in the bag. This is 𝐸 Take 4. Best looking guys in pickleball. Oof. Gotta give that one to Matt Hort. Now that's a Mo, if I've ever seen one, for sure. Great Mo's, guys that need Mo's. I mean, George Wall, he's a fallen soldier. Guys that have a good potential, Aaron Johnson. Aaron Johnson can get there. I think he's trying. It might be a bit seedy. I think he's trying for one. You know what would be funny? A Mo on 𝐇𝐚𝐫𝐫𝐢𝐬𝐧. That would be hilarious. Not sure if he can grow facial hair. Not sure. Probably the funniest Mo would be on like a Dan 𝐸𝐸ℎ𝐸. Just absolutely hilarious.
So how does it feel knowing that he's potentially Australia's #1?
Yeah, I thought that was a bit funny. I'll believe it when it happens. So someone has to be #1.
Players and fans at this year's APC, they can expect, I mean, a fiery, wanting to win Harry. Ideally, I want to do one step better than I did last year. So this year it means taking the gold in singles and making at least the semi-finals of doubles, and anything that we can do in mixed doubles, Sarah and I, which I believe we can have a strong run, is really just the bonus.
Tom won't be there, Steve.
Yeah. Tom's too scared. Nah, I can't say that. I cannot say that. So last year I got silver at APC 2024, and this year I'm looking to go for the gold. I'll see everyone down there at 𝐸𝐸𝐺𝐸𝐺 APC 2025, and that's a wrap for Mo Talks.